Yeah. That was from years ago. This is a new topic. So that was already disrespectful at first. The first thing she did. Now we're talking about the second thing. Like, it's a fact that she said that. And I find that highly disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Exactly. The key point of the statement you made was you.
What?
You find it disrespectful.
I think that's disrespectful. If you're dating someone and they say, "Oh, I want other men or other women in my DM,"
yeah, that's
you don't
respectful.
find that disrespectful if your girl said that?
Yes, I would. But my point is that we can't answer for what Steph feels, and that's the point.
Well, I think what we're saying is they're saying a woman can work. That's fine. It's just she can't try to outshine or disrespect her husband because her husband and her desires and values have to align.
Sean is basically saying that we don't know what Steph Curry thinks is disrespectful, so we really can't speak on him because we don't know him.
That's the crazy part, because all we're saying is that it's just disrespectful. Nobody said that Steph Curry said it was
disrespectful. That wasn't even my point.
No, but that's what people are saying.
Jazz, that I don't think that she's doing anything wrong. Per se, I said that she just has to count the cost of what really is, if it's best, because of who she's married to.
Yeah.
Everybody can't play the same game because everybody is not in the same position and everybody is going to take it differently. And really, the thing that we really have to be mindful of, especially when you're married to somebody, is how it affects the other person. And so you don't know how it affects his money. You don't know how it affects
his reputation.
Obviously, it's affecting him in some type of way because he responded to other people. He didn't just respond to Killer Mike. He responded to a nobody.
Fact.
Yeah. He responded to a nobody in the comments. He said, "Yo, I be seeing the comments, and usually I let it rock, but Killer Mike, you different," which means that he be reading comments. And the one thing that I know for sure, and two things is for certain, is all of these motherfuckers be reading comments. They look up themselves. They see what people talking about, saying about them. They be affected by it, all of that stuff. And so what I'm human too. It's not that she's saying something necessarily right or wrong, but how is it affecting him and how is it affecting their brand?
Yeah, because he's a big star. It's Steph Curry. So whatever she does, it represents the husband. Whatever Ayesha Curry says, good or bad, it goes back to Steph Curry. Because without Steph Curry, we don't know who Ayesha Curry is. I mean, she's a okay-looking woman, but without Steph Curry, we don't know who she is. Because he's the star. He's the one the world knows. The reason we know her is through him. Right? So if she's going to come out here saying crazy shit about the husband, we're going to talk about it. We're going to judge. We're going to, give our opinions. And the opinion is she's respectful to the husband. Obviously, because Steph Curry wants to show that he cares for the wife, he's going to come on and defend him and defend the wife. But when they're back there, clearly she has done it more than one time. So clearly he's not doing something right if she keeps coming back to the internet and talking crazy about the husband.
And the last thing I want to sit up here and be doing is putting my husband in a position where he has to step down, step from up here to go down here and look down at something that I'm causing. You could be going making us some money. You could be going to make some money. I don't have time to be putting our household in a position where you just have to step off your pedestal. That's just not my thing.
But that's the crazy part about it, Lex. The man is already making money, and it's still an issue. Like, she still has internal issues going on with her that she just needs to vent about and do all this stuff with. They have enough money to get a therapist, to get whatever they need to even, suffice whatever desire it is. But it's like, it's still something for her to talk about.
It's passive aggressive behavior. So if I can't get through you, I'm gonna get through the internet. If I'm gonna have this Jezebel like spirit. So if I can't get through him, then let me just shout it out to the public so they can get to him.
He wants attention. She is crying out for attention like crazy.
See, for a dude that's not married is the concept of
that
how
I can't
married.
agree with.
It's a concept of how married people should act. We don't embarrass each other in public. We don't put our business out there. We're not talking about it personally. And what Jazz said earlier, I want to respond to. There's nothing wrong with her wanting to have her own thing. It's just how you go about it. How many actors? I know a bunch. How many rappers we know that they didn't make it? The reason we know who she is
because of Steph
Steph.
Curry.
So there's some kind of gratitude you should have that we should know. You know how many songs I got? You know what I mean? I could go on and on. Just because you have a gift for something or you feel you have a talent for something doesn't mean you're going to make it. You get what I'm saying? He's the breadwinner. And the reality is, as a man, Steph knows, we all looking at him like this. You know what I'm saying?
One eye.
Like, come on, dog. So is their whole marriage, the world's looking at them a funny way because of the things she's sharing. And it's unnecessary. Her lane, she needs to find a lane that's not going to disrespect her man or disrespect her marriage. You know what I'm saying? And she can still be successful. There's nothing wrong with her doing her thing that's separate from Steph. And Steph has been supporting everything. The restaurant, the cooking show, everything. Mm-hmm. So she tried that. It's not working. So maybe it's just not the thing.
Her restaurant closed? Are her businesses not working?
It's still open out there, but Steph is funding it. You know what I'm saying? And like we all talking about, she's in Steph, but that's the point. It's not blowing up like she wanted because they try to go to other destinations, right? And they had to close those down. In the Bay Area, yes, it's popping.
Well, restaurants are pretty hard to sustain, long term, especially when you want to like franchise out. But
would her restaurant be a thing at all if it wasn't for Steph?
Well, I think that's the thing, right? Because like a lot of people are saying, like, you're going to always be Steph Curry's wife. You're Steph Curry's wife. When you're always being referred to
she is.
When people are always referring to you in attachment to someone else, that can be kind of bothersome.
Then don't get married to a superstar. Oh my God! Imagine me today. I get married to Oprah, and then I'm complaining because they're calling me Oprah's husband. Yeah, nobody knows me. They know Oprah. Like, it's like, why do women? So this is true what they say. Women want the wedding, but they don't want to be a wife. Being a wife means you're probably going to be in your husband's shadow. And especially if your husband is a megastar like Steph Curry.
Can I be Ayesha? Can I have my own identity?
You
so
can't,
all I'm saying is,
because you're married.
I hear your perspective.
Oh my God.
But I think that it's okay if they think it's okay, which I think they do. Because obviously she keeps showing up on these podcasts, having these conversations out loud. I think it's okay to share that human experience because there may be other women out here that feel lost in their marriages because they have lived and done everything for their husband.
Right. That's what
marriage is.
So we need to deep dive on what it means to be a husband and what it means to be a wife.
Exactly.
When we talk about leadership.
Shouldn't both partners just support each other?
He supports her
on
the business.
No,
and the wordplay matters. You know how many men internally get offended?
Wait, so in a marriage, a husband doesn't support a wife doesn't support the husband?
In a marriage, you're not in a marriage, you're not partners.
Yeah, it's a marriage.
Okay, y'all don't like the word partners. Okay, so we're married. Do we not support each other?
He supports her business, her restaurant.
It's more about alignment.
Say it again, babe.
It's more about alignment, aligning yourself with your husband's desires because that fulfills you. She doesn't seem. I think what she's portraying online makes her seem unfulfilled, and that's the issue. It's the perception.
And that's my argument, Ty, because it's like
I'm always mad at
everything into her marriage. I hear what y'all saying. She dropped everything for him. Which is what she did.
I think that
I'll say that she did.
In order for most,
she became the wife. She had the babies. She stayed in the background. Is it okay now that she has done those things? Is it okay for her to say, you know what? Can I have something on my own, or is that just so wrong to do? Because
it's wrong because she talks too much and she says the worst things about the husband in social media. That's all we're saying. She can do whatever she wants to do in the background. She doesn't have to come to social media, and every time they ask her about the husband, she says the worst things about the husband. Okay, not the worst things, but things that don't paint a good picture about the husband.
that lifestyle, but they don't want to do what comes with it. When you're dating someone like Steph Curry, you have to conduct yourself a certain way.
Is she not?
She's not.
No.
But she doesn't have to put a black.
So she's on a podcast. She's not conducting herself.
She don't have to put a black out.
She can go on a podcast. It's the word she's saying. It's the word she's using.
Listen, bro. This is my personal.
Maybe not go on a podcast then, because
in my personal opinion, if you are a guy and you ain't even necessarily got to be famous, but if you are a guy that got any kind of motion, get you a chick that want to play the background and is not trying to be famous. Just
not trying to compete with your fans.
Like in my opinion, you need a Robin. You don't need another Batman. Like you don't need two Batmans. You don't need two Jordans. You need a Jordan and a Pippen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody that from a marriage perspective, you don't need two CEOs, bro. You're gonna have to have somebody that play the background and do the books. And so I don't think that most situations, not saying that it can't work, I don't think that most situations work when everybody trying to be visible. I think that somebody.
What do you think about? How do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce work so well?
Beyonce is literally very quiet ever since she got married. She pops babies out, makes a song, goes on tour, and she stays quiet. She's not on social media calling Jay-Z out. Even when she got cheated on, she stayed quiet. It was the sister fighting for her. But Ayesha carries in the media every 3 to 4 business days. What is Jazz talking about?
The worst example.
Well, hold on, wait. I said I don't think that in most situations that it works well.
No.
I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm saying that I don't believe that it's ideal.
What do you have to quantify that though?
Oh my God.
Name me somebody outside of Jay-Z and Beyonce that it works for.
You said what?
Name me somebody outside of Jay-Z and Beyonce that it works for.
Where
both of them are co-headliners.
Co-headliners. Viola Davis and her husband, they're both actors.
What's her husband's name?
I don't even know who her husband is, to be honest.
What's her husband's name?
I can't think of his name.
Bingo.
But he's famous. But I just know a person that knows. I know I can spot him out, but I'm just not good.
Yes, take the L.
I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah, she's married.
She's married. Denzel. Well, no, Denzel Washington his wife. They're not like that. But I feel like
you're proving the point. We don't even know his name.
I don't think
like
it's. I don't think it's because he's not up there. It's just that I don't know
where you have somebody that is super successful, and as a matter of fact, I can name you way more situations where it didn't work than it did. You can look at the Ben Afflecks and the J-Los, and you can look at all of those type of people.
I just think J-Lo.
I'm just saying that more visibility don't necessarily work. It don't.
But what about what's his name?
Yeah, until we go back to women knowing exactly what marriage is, but anytime they want a rich man, they want a man who's a leader, they want a man who's a provider, they want a man who's a protector, and then they get into the marriage and then they're trying to compete with a man. Why would you compete with a man who's doing everything that you said you wanted? Because Ayesha Curry literally said she never wanted to be married. Meaning Steph Curry is the one who forced her to get married or something like that. You know how crazy that sounds? To talk about a mega star that I didn't want to get married, that wasn't the plan, to make it seem like he forced her to get married. I'm telling you, like the moment Steph Curry, retires from basketball, because usually for some reason athletes, once they retire from their football, from their basketball, within 5 years they get divorced. Maybe because they're spending too much time with each other, whatever the reason. So for me, 5 years after he retires, I don't know. She may leave him, because remember the moment she decides to leave him, she's taking $100 million, because I think he's worth what, $200 or $300 million. She's collecting $100 million. So for me, chances are she might decide to collect $100 million. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to Jazz, even if I disagree with Jazz, because I saw Mariam said, sounds like you're finally getting mad at Jazz's rhetoric. I even told Jazz to her face. I disagree with her 99.9%. Like, she knows, I told her, I disagree with her. Now, obviously, I get, mad sometimes or get, worked up, but, Jazz is going to do that to you. You know what I mean? The argument says after 5 years of retirement, 65% of athletes go bankrupt and 80% get divorced. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ayesha Curry actually divorces him.